It's called the Leather City. From its industrial past to its exciting future, Buford is a city rich in culture and history. Founded in 1872, Buford's original boundaries were positioned around the railroad depot, symbolizing the importance of the rail system to the city. Very few inhabitants lived in Buford prior to the construction of the Atlanta and Richmond Airline Railroad. The city was named after A.S. Buford, the president of the railroad. Carved from the wilderness, with roads nearly non-existent until the railroad passed through, the city quickly grew as more and more people gravitated toward the energy created here. Farming quickly became a way of life in the area, and with the trains, cotton could be transported easily. This is Main Street looking north. Downtown bustled with activity, not only during harvest season, but every day, as Buford became known as a busy little town and a progressive little city. It is impossible to talk about Buford's early years without mentioning the Allens. Robert H. Allen, along with his brother Bonaparte, later shortened to Bona, began in the early days of Buford's history, creating the foundation for a leather trade that would in a few decades become an empire and propel Buford as the world leader in leather tanning and production. Buford was described as the city of many factories, the metropolis of the country, and the New York of Gwinnett, and became the largest city in Gwinnett County based on population. By 1912, Bona Allen was known to have the world's largest horse collar factory. The Allen Shoe Factory was built in the late teens and became successful immediately. The leather used to make the shoes was the scrap from other operations within the company. The harness and saddle factories along Main Street were built in 3 stages. The final stage was completed in the heart of the Depression. Buford flourished, while everyone else around the nation struggled. Bona Allen Incorporated reached its peak employment in 1932 with 2,200 employees. Saddles were big business for Bona Allen. Some of the nicest saddles ever made came from the craftsmen at the saddle factory. Many Hollywood stars, including Roy Rogers, Gene Autry, and the cast of Bonanza, had custom saddles made by Bona Allen. With successful businesses in Buford, majestic homes were built, and today, many have been restored. Built in the Italian Renaissance style, the Bona Allen Mansion is one of our best-known landmarks. This was not the first home that Bona Allen built. His first mansion was a Queen Anne Victorian home, built in 1894, and later moved by oxen in 1911 to make room for the present-day mansion. Stonehenge, built in 1903 by Kate Allen Shadburn, only daughter to Bona Allen, is referred to as Stonehenge for the rock wall, or hedge, surrounding the estate. Victor Allen's home, completed in 1908, is a classic colonial revival structure, sometimes referred to as baronial revival, inferring to the barons of industry. Bona Allen Jr.'s home is a classic Greek revival structure and is also believed to have been completed in 1908. The John Q. Allen home was built in the Georgian style and completed in 1912. Our retail district along Main Street was primarily developed in the 1890s and was the economic center for Buford. Many of the buildings remain virtually unchanged. Many fires plagued Buford, and for that reason, the city officials, along with the American Legion Post 127, established our volunteer fire department in 1925. Main Street was originally called Railroad Street. This photo shows the dirt street prior to the road being paved with cobblestone in 1912. The Shadburn Bank building was built in 1902. The main floor has served as a bank from the beginning, although the second floor was used for many purposes, including an opera house, courtroom, council meeting room, and as a basketball court. Buford had both a freight depot, which is now a small park, and a passenger depot, as seen on the left where a fountain now stands. This area is now a public park, where the city placed a granite core monument commemorating the construction of Buford Dam, along with Dr. Power's historic hitching post. This photo shows the Merchants Hotel, with its 2-story wraparound balcony next to the Methodist Church. Both buildings have been restored and continue to serve the community. The public school system has always been a source of pride for local residents. The academy was established in 1884, and in 1906, a larger school was needed to serve the growing population. This campus served the students until the need for expansion forced the city to build on Hill Street. The auditorium on the left is all that remains. In the 1930s, Bona Allen and the city organized a successful semi-professional baseball team, the Shoemakers. Soon, they competed on the national level, winning the World Series for the Semi-Pro League in Wichita, Kansas in 1938. In 1940, the team won the prestigious Denver Post Tournament, and in 1941, the team disbanded due to the war, ending an exciting era. Buford's hold on the leather industry continued until the mid-1960s as the operations expanded. Buford was known as the Leather City. The final fate of Buford's influence in the leather industry came on a cold December night in 1981. A fire destroyed many of the buildings and the facility used in the tannery and production of leather. It was decided not to rebuild, and Bona Allen became part of Buford's history. As Buford looked to the future, a clear vision emerged: attract and support a diverse base of businesses while maintaining an environment for family living. Buford continues on this path today, and this commitment can be seen in its investment in both the professional and public sectors.